Every Aussie knows the armor. Every Aussie knows such is life. But almost nobody knows that Ned Kelly saved a kid's life before he ever robbed a bank, or that his skull went missing for over 100 years. Here are 10 facts about Australia's most famous outlaw that most documentaries skip. Ned Kelly's exact birth date has never been confirmed. Historians place it somewhere between December 1854 and June 1855, near Beveridge, Victoria. But there's no surviving birth record that nails it down exactly. Ned wasn't just the eldest of 8 kids from one marriage. His mother, Ellen, had 12 children across 3 relationships. Ned was the 3rd child and the eldest surviving son, which meant when his father died in 1866, 12-year-old Ned became the head of the household. As a boy, Ned dove into a creek to save another child from drowning. The grateful family gave him a green silk sash as a reward, and according to oral history, Ned was wearing that same sash under his armor during his final shootout, more than a decade later. After the Kelly gang robbed a second bank at Jerilderie, the combined reward from the Victorian and New South Wales governments hit £8,000, the largest bounty ever placed on an outlaw in Australian history at that point. Most people know the name Jerilderie letter, but few have read it. It's a 56-page document where Kelly laid out his grievances against the police and the government. Part confession, part political manifesto. Historians still study it today as a rare first-hand account from an Australian outlaw. Each piece of the Kelly gang's homemade armor was hammered out of plow parts, mold boards specifically. A full suit weighed around 44 kilograms. It stopped bullets, but it also made it almost impossible to run, which is part of why Ned was ultimately brought down. Police simply shot him in the legs, which weren't covered. When Judge Redmond Barry sentenced Kelly to death, Kelly reportedly fired back. "I will see you there where I go." 12 days after Kelly's execution, Barry died of natural causes. Coincidence? But one that's fueled Kelly folklore for over a century. "Such is life" is printed on t-shirts across the country, but it's not confirmed. Some newspapers reported it, but the prison warden standing closest to Kelly at the gallows said he only mumbled something too quiet to make out. The most Australian phrase in history might not even be real. After his execution, Kelly's remains were moved between prisons for decades, and at some point, his skull disappeared entirely. It wasn't until 2011 that forensic testing on remains exhumed from Pentridge Prison confirmed which bones were actually his. He was formally reburied in 2013, 133 years after he died. The story of the Kelly Gang, released in 1906, is widely credited as the world's first feature-length narrative film, beating Hollywood to the format by years. It caused such a stir that it was reportedly banned in towns with strong Kelly connections, after kids started reenacting holdups with real guns. Ned Kelly's been dead for over 140 years, and Australians still can't agree if he was a folk hero or a cold-blooded killer. Maybe that's exactly why the legend never dies. Which fact surprised you most? Drop it in the comments and subscribe for more Aussie history most people never learned in school.